inspires me. Wherever I go, I find inspiration. I mean, I could be walking down the street and everything. There's all these design elements and art. People don't realize art is all around you. I always read these women's magazines where they'll, you read about men are making more money than women, and, that men have the upper edge in business. I've never really felt that way. I've never really bought into that personally. I feel that the opportunity is there, whether you're male or female. The components are you willing to work hard? In other words, are you willing to do whatever it takes and not make excuses because you don't feel well that day, or because the economy is down, or, you just pull out a million excuses out of the bag? Or are you willing to just say, am I female, am I male, am I, whatever it is, and just say, hey, you know what, I'm going to do the best that I can do at this, and I'm going to put in as much effort as I am personally able to, and at the end of the day, whatever that results in, then, that I know that I did my best.
The idea behind the Women's Museum is to, in some ways, act as a goad or a prod to continually keep in people's minds the idea that women were not just these exceptions, or certainly, if you look at contemporary art, that they're not exceptions or oddities. They're actually more than half of the practicing artists, and they are some of the most important people working today.
Starting out, when you start out and you don't have any resources, you don't have a bank that you can depend on, you don't have a credit line, I would say that it's a blessing in the sense that you learn how to do a lot with nothing. And so if you continue as you grow as a business later on, and if you can be successful with nothing, then you can continue to be successful because you keep that mindset, throughout running your business. You just learn how to only spend money where you absolutely know it's going to pay off, and I think that it enables your success later on.
Take a look at the statistics that are compiled about the difference between women and men. In some ways, there has been a greater visibility. In other ways, the statistics are woefully similar to what they were 20 some odd years ago. Which is not to say that women haven't had an impact, or the National Museum of Women in the Arts hasn't had an impact, or that other institutions that show women haven't had an impact. What it says is that it is a slow process to make sure that people think about women artists as artists, and that the curators who do the exhibitions, the institutions that support the arts and artists, that is a wheel that turns more slowly than even I ever expected.
love both. Both offer different things. It's really hard to choose between the two. Like I said, the private collector, it gives me great satisfaction to know that I'm helping them select a piece that will be so personal and they'll just enjoy for years to come. And it gives me enjoyment too if they're a collector and I've suggested a purchase. If they are thinking investment, which I rarely help people look for art that's an investment so that like years to come they'll think they'll make a profit on it. Because I've always encouraged people, buy what you like because you're going to live with it. I'm not an art consultant that is looking for a client that's like an investor. Buy what you like, enjoy. If it makes money for you and you want to sell it down the line, that's just icing on the cake.
The one challenge I faced was how far would my enthusiasm, intelligence, and ambition take me.
I think that women are becoming, just as women are becoming more respected as professionals in all professions, we're becoming more prevalent in the art world. Women own their own businesses. I don't believe that there is a glass ceiling for women in the art world.